Okay, what's going on, everyone? This is Talking Hands. We are back live previewing UFC Fight Island 1, Dan Ige versus Kelvin Cater. I'm your host, Preston Echdal, as always, joined by my co-host, Slaughterhouse1 on Twitter, Jeff Slaughter. Jeff, how's it going?
What's up, everybody? We're doing pretty good. We did pretty well last week. Our segment on Flip That Cash, we started with 500. Now we're at 32, about 31. So almost 3,200. We're moving in the right direction on that on the show. And as far as the profit, we were up, a little over 4 units of profit last week. So I can't complain.
Yeah, we did really well on Saturday's event, but pretty busy week with Fight Island. We have an event tomorrow, an event Saturday. Before we get to those events, let's quickly hit our sponsors. As always, we are brought to you by Natural Heights. If you have stress, anxiety, joint pain, PTSD, or insomnia, go to Natural Heights. They're located at 1880 Nacogdoches Road, or you can go give them a call at 210-592-1060 for all your CBD oil needs. And as Jeff alluded to, if you are betting, make sure you join the best sports book in the business, mybookie.ag. Enter promo code PUBSPORTS. When you make a deposit of $99 or more, you will get a 50% deposit bonus. And as Jeff's saying, they're taking the big money. We're laying $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. We're getting that money and we're taking that money out. So good sports book, great lines. That's where we take our lines from, and we hope you guys do too. So let's get right to it. We're only going to break down the main card here for Cater versus Iggy. A lot of shuffling on the undercard. Tough to really do a lot of research. A lot of new fighters coming in and out. So we're just going to do the main card here. We'll begin. Our first fight of the night is going to be Abdul Razak Al Hassan taking on Munir Laziz. Jeff, what does my bookie have for this fight?
Okay, Razak Al Hassan is minus 130. Lazier's coming in at plus 255. The over and under 1.5. Over plus 140. Under minus 170. Man, I'll go ahead and take this because this is going to be kind of interesting. I've been looking forward to watching this Abdul guy after, I think, 2 years off. He was dealing with some legal issues and some things like that, personal things, and took some time off. Anyway, he's back, man, and he's bad. He's very athletic, very physical, very fast, moves in and out of the pocket really quick with bursts of energy, super strong. I mean, the dude has KO power. Obviously, he's got like 10 wins and 10 KOs.
Yeah, pretty much everything's a first-round knockout.
And I think out of six of those fights, he's knocked it out. You know, they haven't lasted more than a minute. Mm-hmm. That's pretty insane. That shows you what type of power he has. One thing people don't talk about much because he doesn't ever use it is he has a strong judo background. Very, heavy on his feet in the clinch, wrestling. He'll drag someone down. He doesn't have to use his wrestling much. We'll see how he is with the takedown defense, although I don't think we need to expect much from this other guy. He looks like a pure striker.
Yep.
So we get to Lazier, who's going to be the more tall, lankier guy, and he has some good combinations. He throws some straights, some hooks, some combination 1-2s, kicks, decent kicks. But, man, his takedown defense is pretty bad. So I haven't been impressed. The one thing I do know is he scrambles well. He's always going to try to keep getting up. But I think Abdul's going to be too heavy for him. And not that it goes there, but if for some reason Abdul doesn't knock this guy out, he can always lean to that wrestling, that judo, throw some trips, trip him to the ground, get him to the ground and pound where he is pretty vicious. The thing I don't like about Abdul Razak is he's a little bit wild. He comes in kind of chaotic. You know what he's going to do. He's going to try to finish you. So, I mean, if you're the other guy, you can game plan for that. Although, I don't, that all goes out the window once punches are being flown. But I'm going to go all the way with Razak here. I mean, you can't bet at minus 330, I don't think.
Yeah, he opened much lower.
Yeah, much lower. Now it's 330. I mean, I don't think I'm going to, bet that. It's almost a dog or pass, actually.
Yeah, and I think that's why Clint, who we should be having on tomorrow, took Laziz here at plus 270. Yeah, interesting fight here. I liken this to it happened last year. Devontae Smith fought Kama Worthy. Devontae Smith was minus 1,000. Kama Worthy knocked him out in round 1, plus 650, because it was going to be a stand-up firefight. One punch knocks your lights out. Maybe that happens here. The fights I've seen with Abdul Razak, like you're saying, pretty wild, but devastating knockout power. He touches that chin, he can get you out. And Laziz, when he pulls back, it seems like he leaves his chin open a little too much.
Yeah, he does.
To where I think he will eventually get caught. Rather than lay the 330 with Abdul Razak Al Hassan, I am much more interested in the under 1.5 rounds. I think you said minus 180,
170.
170, even better. That way, even if it's a firefight and say Laziz does catch him, you win. You win either way, because I think this is going to be a round 1 or early round 2 finish. I like the under here for a fight pick. I will take Abdul Razak Al Hassan by KO mid round 1, but I prefer to take the under just because laying the 330 is quite a bit. So
yeah, I'm trying to find that prop right now. I think it was even money today when I saw it.
For Razak by KO.
Yep.
Yeah, that
If that's the case, right. I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is, man, TKO minus 200. So I mean, that's a
so that's even that's pretty bad. So I would take the under 1.5 minus 170. So you're not laying even 2-1 is too much for that prop.
I agree.
So yeah, let's go on here. Molly Meatball McCann taking on Talia Santos. McCann, I believe, has gone steamed up. What's my bookie looking at?
My bookie is slow today. Let's see here. My bookie is McCann now at minus 155.
Yep.
Santos is plus 125. The over and under 2.5. Over minus 130. Under plus 285. No, I'm sorry. The over is minus 360.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be pretty heavy.
I actually, man, we'll get into this, but I mean, I'm all over Molly McCann here. I mean, Santos doesn't look good to me at all in some of her footage that I've seen against Barella. Barella, she looked very bad. McCann, we know what we get from her, a lot of pressure moving forward. She's a great boxer. Wants to get inside. She'll definitely bang with you. Good chin. She's got good wrestling. She's all around a better MMA fighter. I think she even has the better jiu-jitsu. I mean, Santos, to me, she's got some good kicks, but she's going to back up. And when she backs up, McCann, that falls right into McCann's wheelhouse. She's going to fucking take her down. And I think that's all she wrote. I mean, Molly McCann minus 155 to me looks really good. And I actually think the under 2.5 plus 285 to take a shot on that, because Molly McCann, I think, is going to be a pretty dominant on the ground. And once she's on the ground, she works. She throws elbows, pretty vicious ground and pound. I could see her TKOing Santos here.
Yeah. So yeah, I pretty much agree with you on all fronts. Molly McCann all day. One book did open her at minus 300. It immediately got bet down to a pick'em, and then just in the last probably 45 minutes, money has flooded in on McCann to go from 110, 120. Now we're seeing 150. Won't be surprised if tomorrow we see 180, maybe 200.
I mean, that line move is sick.
Yeah, it could be 200 tomorrow. So, maybe if we like it, we might lock it in tonight. So, but yeah, I love Molly McCann here.
I do too.
She's better standing. She uses takedowns. Santos looked okay in the third round against Barella, but Barella isn't that good of a fighter, and Santos just kind of was plodding. McCann can dip in and out. I liken this to, I know we were on opposite ends of this fight previously, but Jillian Robertson fought, who was it, Murphy? No, not Murphy. Who was the girl she fought?
Yeah, it was a jiu-jitsu girl.
Yeah.
Couldn't freaking...
But I liken, to me,
not
this
jiu-jitsu girl.
This is an identical fight to that fight where
where
Robertson just took her down and beat her up pretty easily, and she was only 125.
Yeah.
And I talked to Clint about that one, and we both said we don't understand the line. And this is another fight I don't understand the line. I would cap McCann at minus 250. I think McCann wins this pretty much any way she wants. Maybe she has to avoid like an armbar or triangle from bottom if she gets sloppy. But even then, I think she's going to be pounding on her from top because she did it well against Lipsky, where she would let she's fighting standing boxing and she would get the takedown right at the end of the round and like secure the round. And Lipsky is way better than Santos.
Way better.
So yeah, I'm all over.
Yeah, and Santos has a padded ass record. That she does not look as good as her record shows. So
yeah,
Molly McCann all the way. And Molly McCann's tough as shit. I mean, she's got great cardio. She'll go all 3 rounds. She does tend to slow down a little bit in the third, but she still keeps that volume up. So you gotta love that. She's got the heart, she's got the passion. I mean, I think this is an easy fight, and we should consider locking this shit in.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We're all over Molly McCann here, so we can move on to the late notice fight, sort of. Jimmy Rivera taking on Cody Stamen. I know this one's pretty close odds wise.
Yep. Jimmy Rivera actually comes in, rightfully so, comes in minus 135. Stamen's catching the dog points plus 105. Over and under 2.5, over minus 380, under plus 305. What do you got, Preston?
So if I want to be correct, what weight is this? Is this 145?
145.
It is?
Jimmy's
Okay.
going up 10 pounds.
Yeah. So Jimmy Rivera, his last fight was against Peter Yan. And actually, that's why I took Aldo, because he looked decent against Peter Yan. Yan just clipped him a couple times and dropped him. Rivera's fought some tough guys. Yan, Sterling, Dodson. Good boxing, quick, decent wrestling. Stamen is off of, I want to say impressive win because he should have gotten the win against Brian Keller, but his brother had passed away the week prior. Goes through with the fight, takes down Kelleher left and right, works his ground pound, looks decent standing, solid wrestler. This is a very, very tough fight. With me, I'm going to take the more, to me, somewhat proven fighter in Jimmy Rivera. He's been off for over a year. I think his boxing is very good. I think he's a little quicker. He's going to give up height and reach to Stamen. So he's going to have to get inside, use some body punches, and then just like pick him apart, like use speed. He should be quicker. But if Stamen can use his weight and just size and bully him around the cage and take him down, Stamen can for sure blanket his way to a decision and win a decision. But I'm going to go with sort of the more proven, in quotations, fighter in Jimmy Rivera. This is a fight, a year ago, 2 years ago, he probably wins pretty convincingly. Now it's more of a toss-up, but Jimmy Rivera probably not going to bet this fight. But over, if you're going to bet, I mean, over 2.5's got to be minus 400. I don't know what it is. I'm just putting that out there because I don't see either guy getting finished.
Yeah, over 2.5. I can, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I can, yeah. I mean, shoot. Over 2.5 is minus 380. You can't.
Yeah, I said minus 400. I
Yeah.
didn't even know what it was. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can't bet that at all. But, man, yeah, I'm definitely going to be on the opposite end here. I love Cody Stamen in this fight. Jimmy Rivera, we know he's proven. We know he's an awesome boxer. We know he's got power. And we know he's probably, the quicker guy. And he has good wrestling. I think he has like a 95% takedown defense. But Cody does have the reach. Cody does have the stamina. Cody does have good boxing too. He gets in and out properly. The thing that Cody does really well is he keeps his opponent always guessing whether he's going to stand and bang or go after those takedowns. And I think Cody's just going to be the bigger guy here. He's going to bully him, get him against the fence. And actually, in reality, this is a close fight. I mean, this could be a pick 'em, a 50-50. So when I see a 50-50 fight, I got to go with the dog points. It just makes sense. And the thing I don't like about Rivera, he's been battle tested. He's fought all these good guys, but he's just kind of one-dimensional to me. He's just a quick, good boxer. He doesn't do a whole bunch outside of that for me. And I think Cody actually has the better MMA game in all aspects. So besides maybe the quick hands in the boxing. So I'm going Cody here. I think he bullies his way to a decision. I actually like the decision, Stamen by decision for plus 180. That's a prop bet. I love that. And I love Cody plus points. It's a 50-50 fight for me. So I'm going to go with the dog.
Yeah, it's definitely a close fight. I know I was talking to some people last week. We were curious what this line would open up as because a lot of people were thinking it'd be open Jimmy -2, and I thought it'd be like -160. So -140, -130. That's not bad. I think it's a lot of respect to Stamen with his wrestling, with his grappling, and being the bigger guy.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, we can see it could be an easy blanket win for Stamen if he can get him down. So it should be an interesting fight. Now we move on to
Rivera, though, he is a little chinny. He's shown, but maybe that extra 10 pounds will help his chin out.
well, you got dropped hard by Yan, and Yan's been a
Dropping
beast.
everybody.
Yeah, Yan just won the title, so
But he's
pretty
been
tough.
dropped by quite a few people.
Yeah.
But, it's just a fucking 50-50. I'm going to take the dog. So
Yeah.
let's move on. We got the next co-main event here. It's Tim Elliott coming in at -120 over Ryan.
I think they were saying Benoit and not Benoit. I know
yeah.
Chris Benoit.
I've been saying Benoit too. But,
Yeah, I think they're saying Benoit.
okay,
Yeah.
so Benoit -110, over and under 2.5, over -160, under +130. Who do you got, Preston?
Yeah, so this is a really, really tough fight. Tim Elliott, we just saw him fight, a month ago against Brand Royval. First round, looked decent, good grappling, was chaining some takedowns together. Pretty close round. Second round, you could noticeably tell he gassed out. Royval gets him down, gets him in a choke, taps him out. Not too good for Tim Elliott. He decides, okay, F this, goes back, goes to his old gym with James Krause and company, trains with them, that's when they said he was at his best, so to speak. And he's only been training there for 3 weeks, gets the call, tells Dana White, hey, I want to fight as soon as possible. I want to redeem myself. So Dana gets Ryan Benoit a fight. Benoit was scheduled to fight relatively close to that fight as well. I don't know if he pulled out or something. I've heard he's had some personal issues with this Corona time, so we won't get into that. But Benoit, better striker, bigger power, fights at 125, I believe. Large inactivity, though. He last fought December in South Korea, loses a decision, comes back. Now he's fighting Tim Elliott. This, to me, is a pretty clear striker-grappler match. Benoit looked good, though, in his previous fight to that in 2017. He fought Mukatarian, I think his name is. Guy had like a ton of tattoos. He looked good there. Good striking, good power. He put him on his back, finished him later in the third round. Tim Elliott, the way he fights is pretty insane. Sometimes he'll just drop his hands, walk right into punches, lets you hit him, doesn't care. Other times, he's actually chaining takedowns together, working submissions. And when he's doing that, he's pretty good. This fight opened Tim Elliott -190, been steamed all the way down to -120, 130. Tough fight. Honestly, I would take the stab on the under 2.5. I think there will be a finish here. I like under 2.5. If I have to give a pick, I think Elliott will get the sub, but I prefer the under 2.5, kind of like under 1.5 in Al Hassan Laziz. So tough fight, though.
No, I like the under 2 because I also think there's going to be a finish. I just think it's going to be on the other side of things. Look, we've seen Tim Elliott. We know what he does. He comes out crazy. He is always going to go for that submission. That's his game. His striking is only to get him into position for a submission. I don't see it, man. The guy gasses out almost every fight after the first round. He always gasses out. I just think when he does gas out, because Ryan Benoit, I mean, he's gonna be ready for the submission, and he's just got to stuff a few takedowns, which we've seen him do. He can do it. He's a wrestler by heart. He is the better striker. He's got a lot of power. And once Tim gets tired of chaining down after over and over again, Benoit puts his hands on. If he touches Tim, I think Tim goes night-night. TKO by Benoit is +400. I'm going to take a stab at that for a unit. Like I said, if he wants to stand and bang at all, I think he drops Elliott. Elliott's chinny. He does keep his hands down. If he tries to do that shit with Ryan is one of the hardest hitters in this division.
What is the under 2.5?
It's The under 2.5 is plus 130.
Yeah, I thought it'd be better than that, but yeah, I like that.
No,
I do
it's a
like
good
that.
thing. Yeah. So really, this is how the fight goes. Tim Elliott gets that first round submission, maybe early second, but after that, he gasses. I think this is Ryan can do enough, because one thing Ryan does is he's not maybe the best at his takedown defense. I think he's like what I read was like 40-50%, but he always scrambles up. He always finds his way up, and that's what I like about guys, as opposed to some other guys that have shitty takedown defense. They just lay there. They don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ones that will at least try to scramble up. And Ryan does that. We've seen Tim. He doesn't hold anyone down. He's not big enough to do that.
Yeah, it's just usually it's just they're
and he makes
running
stupid
around.
decisions with Brandon. His last fight, he had him in so many, but he's so risky to go for certain submissions. He loses positions all the time, and I don't think you can do that constantly. Man, I'm just going to take a shot with Ryan here. I like the TKO plus 400.
Okay. Yeah. We both like the under, so just opposite
we both
ends.
love the under.
Yeah, opposite ends on the pick. Move on. Pretty good main event here. Kelvin Cater take on Dan Ige. Not the biggest Dan Ige fans here, so it's going to be pretty obvious who I think we're picking, but the line is a little wide. Jeff, what's my bookie have?
My bookie has Kelvin Cater up to minus 315. Dan is plus 255. Over and under 2.5, minus 165. Under plus 135. What do you got, man?
Yeah, so Dan Ige, I mean, and we said it previous to his last fight against Edson Barbosa, super tough. He wings big power shots, comes in, wings these shots, tries to drop his opponent, and if he can get his opponent dropped, he can get a guillotine, a choke, and, really work for it. He looked good prior to that against Bektik, wins a split. Then his competition's meh. Danny Henry, we just saw what happened to him. He got tapped out by Mach 1 in like 2 minutes, so he's not that good. Meanwhile, you have Kelvin Cater, who standing has probably the best boxing at 145, and I believe he's the bigger man, taller, lankier, rangier, and he's never really been clipped and just dropped and finished. He doesn't even have a knockout loss on his record, so I don't see how Ige clips him bad enough to drop him, and even if he does clip him like that and they get into a firefight, I will trust Cater's composure to get back in, ready his head, and just keep throwing that jab, throwing that straight right. I think Ige suffered a ton of damage against Barbosa as well, to where first round, this fight's going to be close, but I'm not going to be worried because Cater's going to ratchet it up. Second round, he starts pumping that jab out more and more, straight right, some leg kicks. Third round, more and more, hits the body. Ige's body was getting destroyed against Barbosa. I don't know how many body shots he can take in this fight. And then I think in the fourth, maybe fifth round, Cater gets a finish, or the corner calls it for Ige, and Cater gets this win and moves on to the top 5. I think it's a tough fight for Ige. I think Ige has to use takedowns, and Cater just fought, like, Zabit's not a takedown guy, but he uses some weird, like, trips and stuff, like the way he takes people down. And Cater got back up, wasn't too worried, fought pretty close standing. Third round, we saw it. He really put it on Zabit. He ratchets that pressure up, and once he hits that button, he knocks people out. I like Cater a lot here. Cater by KO. I know that's a prop Clint's on. Maybe we'll hop on that. I have Cater in a parlay already riding, and maybe, just maybe, I'll double up live. I should have doubled up probably on Usman Saturday, but all over Cater.
Yeah, I like Cater here too. I mean, what's not to like about Kelvin? He's a freaking incredible boxer. He's tough as nails. I mean, I still think to this day, if he would have had 2 more rounds in that Zabit fight, he would have won, because he was definitely getting the tail end of the better end of that. And Zabit was gassed. He was pooped, and you could tell that Kelvin was just getting started almost. He is a late starter. You could see it a little bit versus that Jeremy Stevens fight. He kind of ducked and covered, let Stevens get all his anger out, and then he just destroyed the guy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's also why, like, I'll be honest, there's personal bias. We had Cater against Stevens, then we bet against Ige. Now the two guys we probably like the most and hate the most are going against each other. I can't take Ige.
Yeah, I know.
I just can't.
And that's another thing. I can't take it either. I'm all over Cater here. I think Ige's good. He's tough. We've seen what he does. He likes to take fights to decisions, get close calls. He's got good jiu-jitsu, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold Kelvin Cater down. I don't think he's going to get Cater's back.
No.
I think this is going to be a striking match, kind of like the Barbosa Dan fight, Ige fight, and I think Calvin's just going to get the better end of it, especially in rounds 4 and 5 if it gets there. I think Dan gasses a little bit, man. This is a quick turnaround for him. Lots of damage already, and Calvin starts steaming up at then, and he's just going to unleash on this guy, man. He wants to get this will boost him probably 1 or 2 fights away from a championship fight. Like this, he needs to win this fight.
Yeah, right now they're saying he's number 6 and Ige's number 10 in the rankings right now.
Jeez, so yeah, one of these fights will get him right in the talk. So he's already in the talk, but I think he is one of the best boxers, definitely in the division. I mean, he's going to be the bigger guy. He's got power. He's got good underrated wrestling. He's going to be, he'll get up in the clinch. He's going to rip to the body. Everything you said, man, I'm all over Kelvin.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw it against Barbosa where the first round he got dropped with like a clipping, glancing hook, and like we were like jumping up and down like it's over, but he recollected himself, made it a fight, but he got hurt a lot to the body. I think Cater gets him out of there. I love Cater here, so I guess we can move on.
The TKO KO is minus 125. I actually think Kelvin is going to get a decision here. If you like that prop bet, that's plus 250.
And we saw that with Poirier versus Hooker, where it was 2 tough guys standing. We liked the favorite. I think we had both. Well, we had Poirier and we had Poirier inside the distance, so we lost some juice there, but Poirier won. So maybe it's just lay it all, but I think I know where we might be going, so I'm going to go with the best bet. I'm sure Jeff can look this up for us real quick. I think we're going to be in agreement here, but parlay Kelvin Cater, Molly McCann.
Yep.
I think that's again, we didn't discuss the undercard. We'll be here tomorrow for the main card, so we really try to focus on the main card and our bets there. So I think Molly McCann, Kelvin Cater parlay is what we're liking, or we could just lay it all on Cater. We're gonna have Clint on the show tomorrow, and I know Clint has 2 units tied to Kelvin Cater as well. So
yeah, so if we do the double parlay and we lay the whole account 31-31, we'll collect 39.40. So we'll be close to what, $7,000? I mean, shit, we'll be at $7,000.
7, yeah.
So I mean, that's a big chunk right there.
Yeah, because if we did,
because honestly, if we do the Kattar at the whole account, we're gonna make $1,000.
Yeah, 1,000, right? Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, it would just again, and that's the deal. We do like Molly McCann as well. It's just you like seeing that minus 300. It just gives you that reassurance, I think, more so than anything, because we didn't get lucky because we did think Volkanovski won, but we were going to have a very large parlay tied with Volkanovski and Rose, when in reality it probably should have been Rose and Usman, but Volkanovski did win the fight, so we did cash that. So that's the only thing we get worried about with parlays, because like they say, parlays can die,
yeah,
by
but
one fight.
That's why you stick to the 2 teams and you don't mess with the whole 3, 4, and 5 shit.
Right.
The more pieces to the puzzle, it gets more difficult. So, I think we're in agreement, man. So let's get to our personal best bets real quick. You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with either I'm probably either Molly McCann straight or the parlay we just spoke about, McCann and Cater. I have a lot of chips tied to the Kelvin Cater basket. So
yeah, and those are it for me, really, the McCann or the Cater. But there's one bet I do like a lot that I didn't talk about, is Shore by submission for even money. I think he gets a sub for sure. And Ramos by sub for plus 330. Ramos has a cleared advantage there.
Yeah, he's against
Ricardo Ramos. Yeah. Even though Murphy's a tough kid, man, but I think Ramos can get this sub, and that's a big 330 cash right there.
Yeah, that would be a nice one. So we'll be back.
We'll be back tomorrow for some more live stream with Clint from Die Hard MMA. And
the merch, as always, we have the merch up here. I'm wearing a shirt we have. Go to pubsportsradio.com, select the merchandise tab. We have 6, 7, 8 shirts available. You can pick yourself up one. They're selling hot. We got some good designs up there. Make sure you pick up one. Natural Heights, CBD oil, stress, anxiety, joint pain, PTSD, or insomnia. Go to Natural Heights at 1880 Nacogdoches Road or give them a call at 210-592-1060. And as always, brought to you by mybookie.ag. Enter promo code PUBSPORTS. Get your 50% deposit bonus. You're seeing what we're cashing. We're cashing every week. You should be too.
I wanted to say something too. As far as my bookie, we've been doing the whole cryptocurrency, the whole Bitcoin and everything.
Yeah.
Man, that's been very easy. Deposits are quick. You get withdrawals instantly. I love it, man, just for that fact, because there's nothing worse than having to wait,
For the check.
a few days for a check
Yeah.
or a week or a couple days for a deposit or a transfer. This crypto stuff is instant. And then you just turn around in your Cash App or whatever and sell it. And they actually give you a lot more bonuses with the crypto. So
yeah, I
take
know. Yeah,
advantage of
yeah,
that.
they're really pushing cryptocurrency for sure. So yeah, get in on that at mybookie.ag. We'll be back tomorrow for the main card. We believe it starts at 8. It could be 9, but we'll be here for the main card, live streaming, live betting. As Jeff alluded to, we will have Clint on here, and yeah, we'll make some money for you guys. So tune in tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Let's flip that cash.
Yep, have a good one.